Okay, it's time to begin the second mission. Right now we're in Mexico, I believe, so, let's hop to it.
So you've got some kind of disguise lined up, right?
Yep, all set.
Hope so. You'd be a little conspicuous just walking the streets.
Just a bit.
Relax, Kev. I'll blend right in.
Yeah. Well,
Don't think that's quite going to work, Raiden, but oh well, I will believe you for now.
You sure you want the K9000 there along for this one?
I had the good doctor make some adjustments along with the repairs. Remote piloting and AI wiping have been disabled. So yeah, I say let's throw him a bone.
Wordplay. My exoskeleton resembles a canine. Canines enjoy bones. Amusing on 2 levels.
Let's go.
So yes, Blade Wolf has been repurposed and he is now on our side. So that's good. I like it when that happens.
¿Quién es ese güey? ¿Un mariachi? ¿No? ¿Un cyborg? Ese es un güero. ¿Qué?
So typical, we're already going down into the sewers. Don't you just love it? Also, I'm pretty sure that steering wheel was a very, very kind of slightly subtle Platinum Games reference, because if you turned the symbol upside down, flip it, it looks like the P that is Platinum Games' logo.
It's Raiden. I'm in the sewer system.
All right, let's get started. Your mission's to investigate the Desperado-affiliated research center somewhere in that area. According to the intel from our client, the lab's been dumping illegal waste into those sewers.
Well, that's disgusting.
FYI, they're also involved with the cartels in human trafficking. Allegedly, anyway.
Even more disgusting.
Better and better.
Tell me about it. We need you to infiltrate the lab and find out everything you can. Of course, you'll have to find it first. We still don't know the exact location.
So
Oh my god, you guys are just useless, you know? I just kind of just like you to actually tell me where I need to go. I mean, it's not like this is just going to be a nice long linear corridor with a sewer setting for us to run down, is it?
We'll see.
Do you have any idea what kind of research they're doing there?
Something disgusting, I'll tell you that much.
Maybe something related to all the people they're trafficking.
Like experimentation?
It's possible. First things first, though. Find a way into that lab. Oh, right. It says here the locals say black crocodiles live in those sewers, so, you know, watch out.
Oh, lovely.
Black crocodiles? Could they be talking about UGs?
Maybe just an urban
Probably.
legend. But still, be careful.
I will scout ahead. You will provide backup.
Sir, yes, sir.
Commence operation. Right. Unidentified UGs are patrolling the sewers. Exercise caution.
And now we get what is pretty much my least favourite enemy in the entire game.
Better take out that UG quick.
The Mastiff. At least I'm pretty sure that's what this blighter is called. They are hideous to beat, these things, because they're very powerful, they jump about a lot, they like to use their unblockable attack, and generally you're always facing 3 at once. So they're a pain. No two ways about it. I'm just quite glad I beat that one without much trouble. That's not going to last, I can tell you that much now. You'll see why I despise these monstrosities soon. Because, oh, good lord. Thankfully, getting some stealth kills on them makes this a lot easier. And doesn't actually ruin your chance of getting a decent ranking, I believe. I think I'm going to get a pretty decent one just by doing nice, simple stealth.
There's the Raiden I know.
Yeah, dude, you're not having that stealth for that long. Okay, now I think you do actually need to
There's a boy in these sewers.
unlock. I think you do need to get into combat to actually get the award for that. It's really annoying. In a lot of the fights in Metal Gear Rising, to be able to get the ranking, you need to defeat all the enemies. However, it doesn't quite tell you how to unlock those enemies, which is frustrating, to say the least. Also, one thing that I haven't mentioned yet is this is the pole arm that Mistral was using in the last part, and as you can see, it is an absolute beast and is basically one of the most useful sub-weapons in the entire game. There's one later on which is certainly more powerful, but I'd say I prefer this one just because it flows really nicely. And as a complete and utter fact, it makes things even easier to kill, because you just gotta mash that button and it does it. Oh dear. Oh, there's the boy. And he's in trouble. Good grief. Oh dear. Yes, kid, run. We've got to deal with these raptors. Which shouldn't give you too much trouble, especially if you've got the pole arm, because I mean, just look, already he's pretty much dead. It's quite cool though. Now, as we do this fight, I should probably locate the song that is playing right now, because I want to keep up on that, because that's I like having my musical knowledge shown. Also, smooth game, smooth. It definitely not a glitch there. Definitely not a glitch. Thankfully these guys go down quite quickly. I believe the song during this chapter is called... Okay, no, it's not that one. Never mind. I'm gonna locate it eventually.
What you say? Oh.
But here we have this kid.
English? Yeah, I'm from America. Call me Raiden. My name George, like Georgetown. George.
So yes, here we have George, who is from Guyana, and speaks in Guyanese English, which is why it sounds so weird.
No, I'm looking for bad guys. Damn skunter research lab. You know about it? Me know me now go back. Hey,
I'm very, very glad that they did include the translation for George here, because for quite a lot of his dialogue is just very confusing.
What happened to you?
Also, the Cowabunga reference is from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, as you should probably recognise. Basically, Konami, who publish Metal Gear, also formerly developed the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game, so it's a nice little reference to that.
Yeah, a lot of boy. But then me been over here what them skunt wanna do. Snuff us out. And got all day again.
Oh god, that's horrifying.
Uh-huh. Is she me not a bad-ass robot?
Now, the word that you've probably been hearing George use a lot, which is skunt, is the Guyanese dialect equivalent to the F word in standard English. However, with one exception of one brief dialogue, the subtitles are always punk or something like that. I guess kind of they wanted to mostly get that age ranking. I can't actually remember how it's ranks.
Yeah, he says the channel is super
not
tight,
ranks per
there's
se,
some
but
kind of shutter next to it.
Got it.
the age rating.
There's something
Because
else.
I'm
It sounds like a
pretty
desperado exec
sure
was on site yesterday. If a
that
sentry
it's
cyborg
18?
was on hand for the meeting.
You should be able to review their video log, provided you can find a server access terminal. That would give us the evidence we need. As well
Yes,
as
it's an
a
18,
different
so
level of technology.
I'm not crazy. So they could have used the F-bomb reasonably
Sure. I'll send a
a
couple
lot
agents for
if they wanted to,
Just
but
focus on getting into that lab.
having a bit of
If it's true about the organ,
restraint is
we need
decent.
to hurry.
Agreed. Riding out.
Heavy UG activity ahead. It is possible they are conducting test operations while the lab is closed.
But
They're not gonna make it easy
slightly
to get into that
horrifying.
lab. Is there some way you could sneak past? It's a box. How's that gonna help? Oh, it's
Well-
medical supplies. That could work, actually.
No, we are going to do a very, very Metal Gear thing. Hiding in a cardboard box. Now, I'll let you know, it's at points like this that my ability to stealth is appalling. So, very quickly, I failed miserably. Which is annoying, but oh well. It cannot be helped. So, this is pretty much why I despise Mastiffs with all my heart. They are the single worst enemy in this entire game. Because you have to face them in situations like this, and there's generally always 3 of them, and they are always very prepared to kick your ass. So badly. Now, there's two interesting things about George. The first is that his name was first announced in a preview on computerandvideogames.com. Basically, they were talking a little bit about the humour of the game, specifically this chapter, with Raiden in the mariachi uniform with the comically large hat and poncho, and then shouting "Adios, amigos!" And then also the characters, because you've got Boris, the jolly Russian, always up for a tussle, Courtney, who has a habit of spilling her coffee, Kevin, who is constantly seen moving Courtney's cup around, and George, who has the jarring Guyanese accent and frequently uses skunt. But it does manage to be serious at times. Now, George's accent, the language he uses is specifically called Guyanese Creole, or Creolese by its speakers, or simply Guyanese, depending. It's got influences from Dutch, West African languages, Arawakan, whatever that is, and Caribbean languages, and bits of Indian. It's a really odd language. But one thing that because generally you can roughly tell what they're saying. But one neat little thing is that adjectives tend to be repeated for emphasis. So if George said, "This water de kolkol," this water is very cold. Also, hidden in throughout the chapters are men in boxes. They're one of the collectibles that you can get, and they are fun to find. Getting them is good for you because you unlock things, which is nice. Could be more useful, but still. Anyway. Now, the whole repeating things for emphasis is actually something that happens a lot in medieval English, well, Middle English, because what tends to happen is that whereas nowadays if you use double negatives you are saying, so like you say, I did not play Metal Gear Rising, to say I did play Metal Gear Rising. Having the double not basically meant I definitely did not play Metal Gear Rising. It's a cool little feature of Middle English, and evidently it's apparent in Guyanese Creole as well. Always love it when I can get a little bit of medieval stuff into things. It's just quite fun. But now we're into the facility, and we are going to find some things soon that we're probably not going to like very much.
Something I can use to access the lab's main server?
Perhaps. But first you need to take a dump.
What?
A dump? A digital optical output mounted proxy. You'll need one to
Lovely.
interface with the terminal. Most any
There's that
should
typical Metal Gear humour coming up again.
tripod or the like.
I'll see what I can come up with. How do I use it?
Simply connect to it. You should be able to use your communications outlay to control the proxy UG.
Alright, let's give it a shot.
Now, one final thing that I should probably do is say that George is voiced by Sean T. Krishnan, who has been in a few things, not that much. He was Yakov in Transformers Revenge of the Fallen, Hosan Ramsey in Grand Theft Auto 4, Dalsim in Street Fighter, the later years TV series, and a variety of other things, but nothing as particularly memorable. So you can do this somewhat stealthily, but screw stealth. It's not how I play my video games, nor is it how I play Metal Gear Rising, because I suck at stealth. Certainly an easier fight if you do manage to avoid these guys, but this means that we actually get the ranking at the end. I want that, thank you. And I will say, I really, really love using the Zandatsu. It's just so, how to put it? Thrilling. That's probably not quite the right word. you feel accomplished once you've pulled it off. Because it makes you feel like you're in control of the blade mode. I mean, you are completely in control of the blade mode. But I will point out that I do suck at using blade mode. Sorry, Doctor. And... oh dear. This just got a bit dark quite quickly. Actually, it got very dark very quickly.